Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Scrap2Cast. Today we're gonna go ahead and scrap out two Korean roasters. How do I know they're Korean? Well, because they're written in Korean. At least I think it's Korean. Please correct me if I'm wrong. My goal is to see how much copper is inside both of those units. This is part of my Blue Pallet Series, where this pallet right here was completely full of appliances and electronics for a couple of months now. And I've been systematically scrapping everything out because I want to see how much copper worth of stuff was on the pallet since day one. Once we have the roasters scrapped out, I'm going to take the copper and I'll weigh it up, and then I'm going to melt it down in one of my furnaces, which I have underneath the table right here. We'll then cast a copper ingot, and we'll stick it on the table with the rest of the ingots from this series. And if you want to see this series from the very beginning, I will post a link in the description to that playlist. Please bear with me as I get the cart set up, the camera mounted, and we'll bring you back for the teardown of these two roasters here. Okay, everyone, the roasters are scrapped out. Here's what we ended up with. All the steel, a little bit of plastic over there, and the rest of the plastic from the wires. Stainless steel burners, the aluminum, 2 aluminum fans, and these bodies here are made of steel, so I gotta figure out how to get those out. Some electronic bits that I decided to keep. All the brass and all the copper. So let's see what we got for copper. We have 14 ounces of copper from both of those roasters. And we got 1 pound, 0.5 ounces of brass. Aluminum was 8.7 ounces. And the stainless steel burners was 1 pound, 0.9 ounces. Not every day that I scrap something out where I get more metal than plastic. We're gonna go ahead and set up the furnace, and we'll go ahead and melt down the copper. All right, everyone, that bar is all set. Here's what it looks like. Not too bad looking. Got a small hole in the top. Bottom side has seen better days, but you know, I'm not going to be displaying this side anyways. But let's see what we got. We had about 14 ounces before we melted it. Now let's see what we got after. 13.7, so we didn't lose that much. I pretty much got almost everything out of the crucible. But anyways, let's go ahead and display it with the rest of the ingots. So this concludes scrapping out 2 roasters. We learned that there's more brass in them than there is copper. And same goes for aluminum. It was pretty metal heavy versus plastic. I was surprised that very little plastic came from those units, which is always a plus. So what did you think of my video? Did you think it was pretty cool, or did you think it sucked? Drop a comment down below if you wouldn't mind. It's nice to get comments from people, especially new people. The same people always comment all the time. Don't be bashful. I'm not a bad guy. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, everyone. And before I let you go, I just wanted to say one thing. If you like my content, maybe you should subscribe. Thank you very much, everyone. Happy scrapping, casting, and stacking.